just a few days. Yes, but in other news, on Wednesday, President Joko Widodo inaugurated 2 toll roads in Sumatra, the Bayung Lincir in Jambi and also the Indrapura in North Sumatra.
Yeah, we're going to keep him busy and work him till the last day. Both these toll roads are part of the Trans-Sumatra Toll Road Network, which began in 2015 and is slated to span over 2,700 kilometers from Aceh all the way to Lampung.
Bayung Lincir is a section of the Betung-Tempino-Jambi Toll Road in Jambi Province, which started back in 2022. This section spans 34 kilometers, while the entire Betung-Tempino-Jambi Toll Road is projected to be 190 kilometers long when it goes operational in the year 2025.
5.6 trillion rupiahs have been allocated for the section. The project as a whole cost 21 trillion. Indrapura Toll Road now has 2 sections, and the 50 to Kisaran section, which spans 32 kilometers, costs 6.32 trillion to build.
And to build the 7 total toll roads that will complete the Trans-Sumatra network, constructor Hutama Karya will need 90.44 trillion rupiah in total.
Hadirin sekalian, dengan demikian peresmian jalan tol ruas ini.
Ya, ini daya saing sebuah negara itu penting. Dan pembangunan jalan tol itu dalam rangka competitiveness kita yang terus kita perbaiki agar kita bisa bersaing dengan negara-negara yang lain dalam hal kecepatan, baik kecepatan distribusi barang, kecepatan distribusi logistik, dan yang lain-lainnya. Mobilitas orang, saya kira ke depan persaingan itu akan semakin ketat, dan stok infrastruktur kita semakin banyak akan semakin baik.
Well, as Paul just said, we really are making him work till the very
final week.
Yes.
Let's be happy.
Final week. Exciting things. And that brings us to our very first short break. But when we return, we'll have news for you from around Indonesia. Stay with us only on the C Morning Show.
Tetap akan membicarakan seputar kesehatan, tapi
demi hidup yang lebih baik, sehat.
Kalau kita butuh bantuan, itu bukanlah kelemahan.
Diabetes itu sebetulnya multifaktorial penyebabnya.
3, 2, 1.
Orang memanggil saya Raja Dangdut itu ya saya sendiri nggak tahu sejak kapan ya. Tapi kan semua itu yang menarik masyarakat.
Iya, maksudnya waktu aku workshop lagu itu aku ngerasa kayak ini relate banget sama aku. Jadi yaudah deh aku ambil.
At the age of 21, Leodra can be considered one of the brightest singers in the Indonesian music industry. Despite the fierce competition, Leodra stands out as one of the most prominent artists.
Selamat datang di Potsi.
Terima kasih.
Woi, penonton bayaran, ayo. Mana? Antul. Excited. Lalu katanya dibilang SJW.
Pertama, ya karena gue nggak tahu apakah gue bisa menemukan orang yang tepat. Itu nomor 1. Pernikahan itu kan berat banget ya tanggung jawabnya kan.
Sorry nih.
Iya.
Karena kalau lo bikin film tuh pasti laris-laris. Kalau stand up tipis-tipis.
Oh, itu tuh jawabannya. Iya kan?
Hello, you're watching C3 Updates with me, Indra Marpal.
Hormat dan
and accurate,
expected to reach 4.95 meters.
Timely and up-to-date manner.
Democrat Tim Walz and Republican J.D. Vance went after each other's running mates on Tuesday.
Only on Seat for the Updates every Monday to Friday at 2 and 4 p.m.
Ada cerita menarik seputar barista yang ada di kedai kopi kamu. Percaya nggak sih ada orang yang nggak buang sampah selama hampir 20 tahun?
Kita punya metode. Jadi sampah-sampah dapur yang begitu bermasalah bagi orang lain, bagi kami justru kita butuhkan.
Uma Oma Cafe ini adalah tempat pertama yang menjadikan para lansia untuk menjadi pramusaji. Bersama saya Indi Barens di Teman Bicara.
Seni itu udah jalan hidup saya ya Mas ya. Bisa bertahan di dunia kesenian, bagi saya itu udah sesuatu yang sangat mewah.
Mungkin ada yang bilang, apa sih gunanya seni itu gitu. Tapi buktinya sendiri, seni masih ada.
Satu ya, seni itu ya hidup. Kita hidup di dalam seni, kita membangun seni itu sendiri. Jadi kita menjadi satu, bahwa kita hidup di dalam seni.
Welcome back to the C Morning Show, everyone. We're going to continue the second segment with more updates from Indonesia, beginning with this first story where a large part of Waikambas National Park has been burned by wildfire.
The fire had broke out in the Toto Projo section of the park on Tuesday, where a 20-man joint effort was dispatched to combat the blaze, which grew quickly, fanned by strong winds.
350 hectares of woodland was burned before the fire was put out early on Wednesday. A protected pangolin was also found dead.
Oh, that is a shame. Aren't pangolins really rare as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is absolutely tragic.
We also have a also a disaster we'd like to report, where disaster response is ongoing in Southeast Aceh after days of rain brought flooding to dozens of villages.
43 villages across 11 districts have been inundated, affecting over 3,000 people.
Several main roads were also left waterlogged, which in turn disrupted traffic. Damage to embankments also worsened this problem.
President Joko Widodo had inaugurated the Anak Muda Aceh Unggul Hebat, or Amanah in Aceh Besar Regency, on Tuesday.
The Amanah program, initiated by State Intelligence Agency BIN, is part of the president's commitment to supporting the province's small enterprises and improve their competitiveness at a global level.
And one of their goals is to foster creativity among and open opportunities for Acehese youths. The building is also set to become a training center that teaches the young to create innovative products.
In other news, 2 suspects of sexual violence at the Yayasan Darussalam Anur Orphanage in Tangerang, Banten were confirmed not to have any mental disorders at the time of their crime.
And in addition to investigating the suspects, police also assessed the psychological well-being of all the children within the orphanage and also provided trauma healing support for its victims.
On Wednesday afternoon, Metro Jaya Police PR Division Head, Senior Commissioner Ade Arisham Indradi, stated that the Metropolitan Police's Human Resources Bureau had conducted psychological evaluations of the 2 suspects, the head of the foundation and a caregiver. Both were found not to have psychological disorders during the incidents of sexual violence.
Proses pemeriksaan psikologis atau pemeriksaan psikologi terhadap kedua tersangka masih berlangsung, ya. Kerjasama antara Satreskrim Polres Metro Tangerang Kota dengan bagian psikologi Biro SDM Polda Metro Jaya melakukan pemeriksaan psikologi kepada 2 tersangka dengan 3 metode. Metode pertama itu observasi, metode kedua wawancara, dan metode ketiga adalah melakukan tes tertulis kepada para tersangka.
Police also assessed the psychological condition of all children at the orphanage, including the victims who have received trauma healing support. Meanwhile, the joint team from the Tangerang City Police and the Directorate of General Criminal Investigation of the Metro Jaya Police continue to pursue a 3rd suspect who remains at large. There were 8 victims of sexual violence at the orphanage, all of them male. 5 were children and 3 were adults. Today contributor reporting from Jakarta.
Elsewhere, dozens of cats and dogs in Ambon were vaccinated for rabies yesterday in a bid to stem the spread of the virus in the city, already among the highest in the country.
Quarantine officials in Ambon held a rabies vaccination drive for pet cats and dogs on Wednesday. Apart from free vaccines, pet owners also received education on preventive measures, while their pets also got medical exams and skin care. This was part of the effort to stem the spread of the disease in the city, which is among the highest in the country. It was also held to mark the 147th anniversary of the first quarantine ordinance.
Kami untuk preventif bahwa binatang yang membawa penyakit rabies itu dia harus bersertifikat dan sehat untuk dilalu lintaskan, terutama yang masuk ke Pulau Ambon atau ke Provinsi Maluku. Hal ini menyebabkan akan mengurangi penularan yang ada di Maluku, khususnya rabies. Mungkin salah satu sosialisasi kami ini ya kami menyampaikan ke masyarakat bahwa hewan peliharaan seperti kucing, anjing itu ya harus bebas dari rabies.
On the same day, officials also carried out mobile vaccinations. City contributor reporting from Ambon, Maluku.
All right, everyone, we're taking a short break right now, but we'll return. Paul is set to bring you some sport updates. Are you smiling? Are you frowning, Paul?
I'm trying to smile. If you see a smile during the sports section, it may be fake. Yes, not the road trip we did expect from our national team. We were expecting or hoping for 6 points out of 2 matches, but we are coming home with 1 point from a draw against Bahrain. But the national team has returned here to Indonesia and will likely prepare soon for their upcoming match in November against powerhouse from the group, Japan. Now, we also have updates from the Denmark Open, as well as some tennis updates from the Ningbo Open as well, and a little bit of football news from off the field from one Kylian Mbappe. All that and more when we return here on the C Morning Show. Stay tuned. Your Thursday morning sports update is coming up next.
Ya mungkin namanya rumah Sinari Bumi juga tiba-tiba dari istri saya karena banyak cahaya yang masuk gitu di rumahnya. Jadi kita namakan sajalah rumahnya Rumah Sinari Bumi.
Modern tropis dengan sentuhan Jepang dan Skandinavian.
Nah sebenarnya kalau Japandi itu kenapa agak naik daun? Karena menurutku nggak dihabis masa gitu. Kapanpun bisa dipakai, kapanpun bisa kita gunakan temanya.
So these are the steak menu from Saung Steak Galunggung. A little bit lack of seasoning. This is the famous sate taichan that Bang Khodris sell for about 1,000 every single day.
Indonesia ini adalah negara yang kaya, bukan hanya keindahan alamnya, tapi juga kearifan lokalnya.
Menurut saya, sudah saatnya kita untuk saling berkolaborasi, pemerintah, entitas masyarakat, dan seluruh stakeholder itu bareng-bareng memikirkan keberlanjutan dari tempat tinggal yang kita huni di muka bumi. Mungkin mau menekankan pentingnya hidup untuk pembangunan berkelanjutan.
Di sini saya pikir, wah ternyata kami bisa merasa nyaman dengan hunian tradisional itu yang tidak perlu AC.
Sebenarnya karena kita di negara tropis gitu ya, maka rumah ini pasti otomatis arsitekturnya juga tropis gitu ya.
Inilah pasangan hidup saya.
Oh ini kah jodohku gitu?
Ya mungkin ya.
A lot of love there, warmth, safety, dignity. That's what I call home.
Tiap hari begini enak tak enak pun udah terlanjur.
Kalau sebut ayong ya, semua kenal. Nanti akan saya buktikan bahwa saya akan bisa lebih dari kamu.
Di Singkawang yang pertama kali lempar mie itu papa saya.
Dulu resep ini dari nenek. Nenek turun kasih bapak, bapak turun kasih saya. Nanti turun kasih anak juga.
Foodies, as Indonesian, we love to eat big breakfast, so let's find out. I want to know what it's like. This one is special. my God, the sambal is very hot. Whoa. Trust me, you will not only get a taste of food like no other, but also extraordinary experience. Don't go anywhere. Stay on Hungry Hour.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. You're still with us here on the C Morning Show. It is 6:30 in the a.m. and time for your first Thursday morning sports update. We're going to begin with some badminton news as Indonesia has secured more spots at the round of 16 at the 2024 Denmark Open, with both Jonathan Christie and Putri Kusuma Wardani advancing in both the men's and women's singles categories. Jonathan Christie, who is the 2024 Arctic Open runner-up, defeated Malaysia's Leon Junhao in straight games 21-16, 21-14 at Giska Bank Arena in Odense. This victory has also avenged his loss to Leong at the 2024 Indonesia Open. Christie will next be facing China's Lu Guangzhou. In the women's singles, Putri Kusuma Wardani beat Japan's Aya Ohori with close scores of 21-19 and 21-18, and she moves on to the round of 16. She will next be facing Taiwan's Sung Xiu-yun. And we will, of course, continue to follow along all of the action and report the highlights and results to you from the Denmark Open. In the meantime, though, let's turn our attention to our national team, who have just arrived back in the country following 2 away matches during their World Cup qualifiers. Prior to their last match on Tuesday, Indonesia previously held Bahrain to a 2-2 draw, and following that, lost 2-1 to China. The team now sits 5th in the Group C standings with 3 points, while China is also at the bottom, also tied with 3 points as well. The players will be returning to their respective